The town of Nogales, Arizona usually hosts visitors from Mexico by the thousands every day.
We're not at the level that we were pre-pandemic as far as the crossing. It was a drastic decrease in the volume of traffic that was entering through the ports of entry, but we expect that to slowly be climbing.
During the pandemic, only essential travelers or legal residents were allowed into the U.S. In the past few months, both essential and non-essential travelers from Mexico, including tourists, are now allowed in with proof of vaccination.
Since these were put in place, it has delayed, the wait times crossing the border.
Once quiet and closed off in 2020, people are coming back through the entry points. Businesses like La Familia are welcoming people back with open arms.
De hecho, ya están bajando las ventas, pero estamos estables. Y con la pandemia, la verdad, sí afectó a muchas personas, muchos negocios.
They have significantly less staff now than pre-pandemic, but have fared better than other businesses on this once busy street, littered with closed doors and signs.
Bastantes tiendas cerraron y muchas ya no volvieron a abrir, ya quebraron por total.
The U.S. southern ports of entry saw 130.8 million passenger vehicles come into the U.S. in fiscal year 2019. In 2021, that number was down to 88.3 million. In the same years, pedestrian crossings fell from 48.7 million to 26 million.
So if these people cross and they even buy a bottle of water for $1, that's just a huge impact.
Edith Serrano with U.S. Customs and Border Protection says the economic impact goes beyond the border towns.
It doesn't just necessarily stay here in our southern border, it expands throughout the United States.
For David's Western Wear, the lack of foot traffic is just one of many issues they face.
It won't get back to where it was, and that's not just COVID. That's a lot of things. Border business has been kind of tricky anyways for the past few years.
David Moore says Mexican nationals who once spent their money on the U.S. side instead spent their money in Mexico when they couldn't cross.
People have been coming back in, but it's slow going because a lot of people's visas ran out. So they're trying to get appointments to revalidate them, but they can't. The appointments are a year, 2 years out sometimes.
With open borders and safety measures in place, customers are trickling back. Businesses are staying open however they can, but many owners already see change coming.
Aquí es un pueblo y no hay muchas partes donde trabajar y ha afectado demasiado y si sigue así van a seguir quebrando y pues toda la gente va a necesitar trabajo y vamos a tener que emigrar a otras partes.
The dynamic of business is changing everywhere. Nogales' problems have been problems since before COVID, but COVID just put the squeeze on us pretty hard.
I'm Chloe Nordquist reporting.